Hi guys, welcome back to Afro Beauty Braids channel. I'm excited to be here and share with you another of my hair care tips. Today I'll be talking about masking your hair. Why do we use a mask? What are the benefits? What is a mask? How does it differ from a conditioner? My name is Irene, and without wasting any time, let's get going. So what is a mask? A mask is a deep, intense hair treatment that nourishes, conditions, as well as strengthens your hair. A conditioner, on the other hand, is a treatment that is not as intense as a mask, and it just softens your hair strands. The mask softens too, but it goes deeper. Like I said, it's a deeper treatment. Okay, I hope you get the difference. I tend to find people who ask me that question: what's the difference between a conditioner and a mask? So like I said, a mask, nourishes, works deeper, as opposed to a conditioner. The way I say it, ladies, you will get this faster. A conditioner is almost like a temperature change. It's like putting on my makeup. My skin might have blemishes, but once I put on my makeup or my foundation, it will look so smooth. That's what a conditioner does. But a mask goes deeper. It's like having a good diet to enrich your body, to feed your body with the best nutrients. So a mask is very, it works with time. You see the long term, you see the results once you use it on a long-term basis. It needs a lot of patience, just like most of the other routines that we do with our hair. So like all other things, you need to first understand your hair type to be able to know what mask is applicable, and also it depends on what you're trying to achieve. What I forgot to mention in the beginning is that I'm going to have a part 2 to this video, because I didn't want to give you too much information at the same time. This particular video will talk about everything else other than how to choose the right mask. In part 2 of why we mask our hair, I will talk about how to make a choice, the right choice of mask for your hair. So moving along, what are the components of your masks, your hair masks? Hair masks can be composed of butters, oils, natural foods. To give you examples, you can use olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil. You can also use shea butter. You can use foods like bananas, avocados. I'm sorry, my mind is going blank. You could also use honey, depending on what you're trying to achieve. I mean, that's to mention a few. You can also use milk or yogurt. Those are some of the other ingredients that you could use when you're making a mask. Aloe vera is another one. I don't think I mentioned it before. Okay, so depending on what you're trying to achieve determines what mask you're going to make or use or buy off the counter. So when I say depending on what you're trying to achieve, some of the common reasons why people mask their hair, even though I would advise you to incorporate it in your hair routine, some of the reasons is that their hair is dry and dull, it's breaking, it's been over processed, exposure to pollution. How do we apply the mask? The best place to start with is, first of all, cleanse your hair, as in shampoo your hair, because when you shampoo your hair, all your hair follicles are open and ready to receive the nutrients. So once you're done with shampooing your hair, then you can apply your mask, and then once you wash off the mask, you can use a conditioner. They all have their places. So the shampoo, like I said, cleanses your hair, takes off the dirt and everything, opens up your hair follicles, ready to receive the nourishment from the mask. And then of course the mask strengthens, it nourishes, it conditions. Once you wash it off, then you move on to conditioning your hair. Conditioning helps to wash off all the residue. It will help all the leftover residue, if any, to avoid buildup. Okay, but I also had questions where people have said, how long do we mask? Masking your hair, with some masks, the longer you leave it on, the better. It depends. Again, like I said, it all comes down to what you're trying to achieve. You can apply a mask and leave it on between 5-20 minutes, or some people even leave it on overnight. Again, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. And if you have like an oily hair or oily scalp, and you're trying to create a balance and kind of take off all the buildup, and you decide to mask your hair with clay or use a clay mask, that is not something you would leave on for a very long time, because it's very drying. Unlike if you're trying to deep hydrate your hair, you can leave on a deep hydrating mask overnight. So you get the difference. So guys, let us now look at why we need to mask our hair or add mask to our hair care routine. One of the reasons why I would do that, or why I do that, or why you should do that is that it helps with repairing damaged hair. We get a lot of damage from how we style our hair. Some of us use direct heat, and some of us have applied color or chemicals to our hair. If you haven't, thank God, but even if you haven't, it's a good way to repair your hair, okay? So it also intensely nourishes your hair, and brings in hydration and moisture retention. I'm looking down because I'm looking at my list. I do not want to miss anything, because I feel that masking is very, very important. I cannot emphasize it enough. A lot of us like to condition. It's easier, it's quicker, 5 minutes in the bathroom, as have your shower, and then you're out. And I think we've all missed out on the masking situation. But I would say, if I were to choose, they're both important. But if I were to choose, I would rather mask my hair than condition it, because the benefits of masking your hair outweigh the benefits of just conditioning your hair. Like I said, conditioning is temporal, but masking eventually, in the long run, you'll see the best results ever. Okay, so it also adds shine and vibrancy to your hair. Some of us have dull hair because of pollution, and all sorts of things. Say for instance, now we are getting into cold weather, we have heat in the house or heat at work, and that dries out our hair. So these are the times when you should really take advantage of masking your hair. Okay, it also creates a balance, especially on your scalp. Remember, in the beginning I spoke to you about using clay masks. So like I said, there are different types of masks. If you have oily hair, then you can use clay masks. So those kind of masks create a balance. Otherwise, even if I'm sorry, my tongue is tied, even if your hair wasn't oily or your scalp, it also helps to create a balance. Okay, because it cleanses your scalp as well, right? And sometimes exfoliates your scalp too. Okay, so more to the benefits, you'll realize that there is reduced breakage, your hair feels much stronger, there's less frizz, and you have a very healthy scalp. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. I would love to go on, but I'll just leave it at that. I hope you're back next week to see part 2 to this video. Otherwise, that's all I had for today about masking. Until next week, if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. Otherwise, have a blessed week. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.